Jimmy Butler confuses the hell out of me. What is going on, everyone? I want to discuss Jimmy Butler. And I know what you're thinking, bros. Why waste your breath? Jimmy Butler's not here anymore. He went to Miami. Screw him. He doesn't want to be here. I understand all that. But he intrigues me. I'm honestly confused on his mindset because we heard from Jimmy Butler himself multiple times, he cares about winning. He wants a winning culture. That is the most important thing with him. He's a blue-collar guy, right? He is. I mean, he's a blue-collar guy. He fit Philadelphia perfectly. And the Miami decision, it befuddles me. It literally makes no sense. And you also hear the news from Mark Stein, who is a very, very respected NBA writer who has been covering the league for a long time. He claimed that Kawhi Leonard targeted Jimmy Butler first to go to the Clippers. Huh? Now you're telling me Jimmy Butler goes with the sign and trade method to go to Miami over staying in Philadelphia and getting paid way more money, may I add. Way more money. That extra $50 million more for that 1 year in a blue-collar city with a legitimate chance to win a title, a legit playoff team that was a quadruple doink away with the 76ers, and he chose Miami over LA and joining Kawhi Leonard? If winning is his big thing, if winning is what he really wants to do, I would argue this is third on the list when you put these three options out in front of you. Now there's rumors that maybe Russell Westbrook goes to Miami, and realistically, Russell Westbrook, he's great on paper, he's great statistically, but he's not a championship caliber guy. He's just not. But he made that decision prior to Russell Westbrook even being an option joining Miami. I love Jimmy Butler. I do. He's an odd guy, there's no denying that. He's odd. But all around, I love Jimmy Butler. I love his attitude. I love his mentality, the dog that he is, how he carries himself, how much he loves basketball. There's no denying that. He'll give you 9,000% effort no matter what team he's on. He's giving it to you, and he's keeping it 100. He's keeping it real. I love that out of Jimmy Butler. I will never knock on him for not staying here, but I'm trying to process it. That's all. I'm trying to use logical thinking on why he made the decision to sign and trade with the Sixers and Miami. Now, he was a UFA, keep in mind, so he could do whatever he wanted. He stated, I will, essentially with how it all played out, I will sign and trade with the Sixers. He had to agree with that. We didn't have the cards in our hands and forced him to Miami. He could have done whatever he wanted. So to hear that Kawhi Leonard, arguably the best player in the league right now, who just took the Toronto Raptors to the championship, was recruiting him to go out to LA and join the Clippers with Doc Rivers, with Landry Shamet, Patrick Beverley, Lou Will. With that roster they have constructed over there, who gave the Golden State Warriors a battle without Kawhi Leonard and the X-Star. How is Miami the choice? Is he a fraud? Is money not really what he cares about? Is winning not really what he cares about? There's so many question marks. Now, I don't think he's going to get it done in Miami. Miami's a team that never goes through the rebuild, if you haven't noticed. Now, it's a destination spot because guess what? Taxes are great down there. You make a lot more with your contract due to the fact of those taxes. It's a great living place. But they're always stuck. They're always stuck. And throw Russell Westbrook on that team, it's still not winning a title over what else is constructed around this league. Is it about where he wants to live? Now, one thing Jimmy Butler did state going into this free agency thing is his team is important. When I say team, his group of guys, his fellas, his inner circle. It's important to them. They have a say in this. So maybe that plays a factor. But Miami, LA, here's Miami with their legitimate chance to win a title. Great weather, of course. Here's the Clippers with joining Kawhi Leonard. Great weather. I'm mind blown to see this report. I really am. Mark Stein continues to go on and say Kawhi was also talking to him throughout the playoffs, which was interesting to me. I thought Kawhi Leonard was a guy who realistically wasn't tampering because no one like Kawhi Leonard would tamper, right? If you're Kawhi Leonard, you wait for the respected time period. Well, I guess I was wrong. I thought that's why it took him so long. But he was targeting Kevin Durant and even Paul George. Paul George was third on his list, but the only reason why was because of the contract that he signed with the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's why he was later on the list. But the first target was Jimmy Butler. It intrigues me, really. Jimmy Butler is a very interesting guy. And he adapts to where he's at. When he came to Philadelphia, he fit the scheme. He fit everything. The blue-collar guy goes to work every day. Bring the lunchbox. Put on the hard boots. Right? That's what he does. He embraced the role. That's really his personality when it comes to his game. That's what it relates to the most, Philadelphia. But then he goes to Miami already, and he's playing dominoes outside. He's got the hat on. He fits that scheme. He goes with wherever he is. He's an odd guy. He's very interesting. There's no denying it. Winning. That's what he wanted to do in this league. That was the most important thing. That is what drove him to getting better and choosing his destinations over the year. He wants to be competing for a championship. He wants to be contending. Philadelphia, with an extra year and $50 million. The LA Clippers, great weather and Kawhi Leonard. Miami Heat. I don't see it. What am I missing? I'm sorry, Russell Westbrook isn't bringing that to the next level if that's the case. I want to see it. To be honest with you, I want to see it. And I think OKC is going to make a move on him. They're already opening up the phones. Come on down. I don't know how much Miami really has to offer there because they got to figure out the money situation because that Russell Westbrook contract is so damn hefty, obnoxiously hefty, but I want to see it. Could you imagine that? The rivalry with the 76ers and the Miami Heat, not only with just Jimmy Butler coming to Philadelphia, probably getting booed, harassed, which is fine, that's acceptable, and he'll probably thrive off that because that's the type of player he is. I'm intrigued to see that. I want to see that. That'll be fun. But throw Russell Westbrook in the mix as well with the hatred with Joel Embiid. It's only going to spark it to the next level. They don't scare me for a legitimate threat. I want to see that. That would be entertaining as hell. Go down to the Wells Fargo Center in South Philadelphia on a Friday night at 8 o'clock and the Miami Heat are coming to town with Jimmy Butler. Boo! With Russell Westbrook. Boo! Outstanding. That would be outstanding. And I just want to make sure you understand that I am on the record, and I firmly believe it. Jimmy Butler, I'm a fan. I respect his decision. I don't understand it. I respect it. And I wanted him to come back here every day of the week during that free agency period and what was going to go on. I wanted Jimmy Butler. He didn't decide to come here. I'm not going to automatically rip him apart, freak out. It is what it is. But I'm not going to hate on him just because he didn't choose to stay in Philadelphia. I love his dog mentality. Now, I think that there is some sort of issue with the locker room with this man because it's just a track record over and over again. And I didn't see that from the outside with the Sixers, but it seems like internally there might have been. So there is some weird thing going on with this guy. He wants to win all the time, but he's not the leader to do so. It seems he doesn't have it. He's not relatable with his guys. It's almost as if people are afraid of him. But I don't know. This story just, it amazes me. When I saw Mark Stein put that out there, Jimmy Butler was the first option that Kawhi Leonard hits up. And this is even dating back to the playoffs, in the playoffs. And he elects the Miami Heat. Does he trust the organization over there with the people who are involved? Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra. There were reports that he hated Brett Brown. Does he respect Eric Spoelstra to that degree? What has Eric Spoelstra done when he didn't have legit stars? Well, maybe Jimmy Butler thinks of himself as the D. Wade and the LeBrons. But guess what? Just by himself, it doesn't work that way. LeBron on the Miami Heat without D. Wade and Chris Bosh. Is Eric Spoelstra winning a championship? D. Wade without Shaq. Is that winning a championship? So is Jimmy Butler alone winning the title? Is Eric Spoelstra the difference on those squads winning the titles? Like, does Jimmy Butler believe in him that much? And especially over Doc Rivers with Kawhi Leonard? I mean, maybe you can argue over Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and Brett Brown. Maybe. I mean, you can make the argument. Fine. If you want to go that way, you can make the argument. But with Kawhi Leonard and Doc Rivers, I can't make that argument. I'm sorry. I just can't. Doc Rivers is more respected than Eric Spoelstra is. It's crazy. The NBA is crazy. It's filled with things that blow your mind. Like waking up the Woj bombs to Paul George and Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers. It's amazing. And there's still moves to come. Someone is going to pick up Russell Westbrook. Would I do it? Hell no. I'm staying away from that contract, and I'm staying away from him. I think he's a great talent. He's explosive. He's got the stuff, except for the championship mentality and that style of play. Way too ball dominant. It's not effective. Imagine Russell Westbrook and Jimmy Butler on the same team. Two guys that need the ball consistently in their hands. How's that going to work? I mean, really. How is that going to be effective in this league? Let me know what you think, because the Jimmy Butler thing amazes me. What is his mindset? Really, is what the question comes down to. What is his legitimate mindset? Because it's clearly not winning with the decision that he made. Let me know your thoughts. See you next time.